Good evening, guys. I extend my greetings to everyone out there, no matter anywhere you are watching me from. I extend my greetings to all black Africans, and I extend my greetings, my Ramadan greetings to all my Muslim fams, anywhere you are. We are in Ramadan, and I extend my Ramadan greetings to all my Muslim fams. On a short note today, I am here because people missed to see me live when Ramadan started. I reduced to come live because it's not easy and I have no much time also. But I will extend my greetings to all my Muslim fans and Ramadan Mubarak to all my Muslim fans. God may who create us make us to witness this year Ramadan. May God make us, all of us, to witness next year Ramadan in peace and in health. May God save us anywhere we are, every black African, no matter anywhere you are living. I have been making videos before Ramadan in Mandinka, and most of my fans were telling me you need to speak it in English, whatever you were saying about Gambia. We also want to know whatever you were explaining about Gambia. And on a second thought, I think like this, it was a good thing, and it will be a great thing for me to translate it in English and speak in English so that other countries who are watching me all over the world, since they were so curious about whatever I was saying about Gambia in those videos. And I now think it twice to make a live video and speak about it, the situation, the matters on ground in Gambia, for the other countries also to understand. Because whenever I speak about other countries, Gambians understand, most of the Gambians understand whatever I say about the other countries because they speak English. Why mostly when I'm speaking about Gambia I speak Mandinka is this because most of the Gambians living in Gambia can't speak Mandinka. They can't speak English, so I would want even the mothers and the parents in Gambia to understand whatever I am saying, because most of the parents also listen to me, so it leads me to speak Mandinka so that the parents will understand whatever I am saying, because most of the Gambian parents don't know about the Gambia, about the Gambian government, what they are capable of or whatever they are doing. So the parents need people like us to tell them where they need to stand. Because this is a 21st century, and whatever is happening in Gambia, our parents right now are blind. So we need to wake them up, since we knew or we know whatever the government is doing or whatever the government is planning. So when we are talking about Gambia, that's why mostly I speak in Mandinka, so that the parents in Gambia will wake up and will know where to stand. Because they don't have the feet, they have nobody to tell them where to stand. In Gambia, everybody relax and leave the government to lead and do what they like in that country. And the president will never speak about the issues in the Gambia because he don't care, number one. That's why I was making all those videos in Mandinka for most of the Gambians parents to understand. Because they have power, but they don't know. There's nobody who is telling them that this is how you can use your power on the president. Since the president have no feeling or have no sympathy for the Gambian peoples. Whatever was happening in Gambia was all over the media. But most of the peoples, African peoples, will not understand what is happening in those videos because they were speaking in local languages. But whatever was happening in Gambia, it was all around the media. And the videos were circulating. And we have been seeing most of the Gambians were crying. I can say 70% or 80% of the Gambians are crying in Gambia. Due to what? Due to poverty or the highest price of the foodstuffs in the Gambia. And this lead many Gambians to get angry. You know, Gambians are right now in a big mess, I swear to God. Because they have a president who is a puppet or a slave to the West. And making his own peoples in the Gambia to suffer, to face poverty, to face, to become slave in their own countries. You cannot speak, because when you speak, that night you will sleep in prison. You will find yourself in prison. when you speak against the president, or even when you are telling the truth, speaking the truth to the president, where you found yourself is threatening words from the president. The president is threatening Gambians not to speak about him. Nobody should speak about the Gambian president. And whatever is happening in Gambia, there are people who command the Gambian president to do all those things. You know, from Mozambique. Thank you so much, my brother from Mozambique. You know, Mozambique, I think it's not Mozambique, it's Zambia. Zambia have an issue right now, and Rwanda and Uganda also. The conflict that is coming between Rwanda and Uganda, I will speak about it also. But first of all, I want to speak about the matters arising in the Gambia, because I'll speak it in Mandinka, and most of my peoples from South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, other African countries were asking me to speak it in English, to repeat a video and translate it in English, because they want to understand whatever I was explaining about the Gambia or the Gambian government. And that led me today to come live, because they own me. Africans own me. I don't own myself. Since I stood up and said I want to fight for Africa, then I must be ready to make sure that I satisfy Africans, those who are ready to for the liberation of Africa. I can't satisfy every African in my videos, but I am ready to satisfy those who always willing to stand with PANDI MAICA on this journey. And for that being the case, I should make a video today to speak about the matters arising in the Gambia. As we all know, Gambia is a small country. If you don't believe it, you can go to Google and map it and see the map, how Gambia was inside Senegal, a small country that can be turned to an estate if they have a good leader. But due to the bad leadership that they are having all over, you know, Gambia, for 59 years, they say they are independent. For 59 years, that country, 3 leaders have been ruling that country. None of these leaders, among these 3 leaders, the 2 leaders who passed, were doing their little best. But now they have a leader who don't even care about Gambians. And the leader they have, they don't know the leader. That is the biggest problem, because Gambians don't know how to handle that leader. The president they have, the president who they call Adama Barrow, you know, Gambian president. Gambians don't even know how to handle that man. And they don't know who is that man, how that man came into power. Before posting someone into power, you must know, what is this person's purpose? Why is this person asking us to give him our leadership? You must know the reason behind it. And you know, I know the reasons all behind it, and I've been saying it several times to the Gambians, that Tony Blair from UK were peoples who were in support of your president to lead you. They were sponsoring that man since in the political career. He was sponsoring that political career called UDP, because he was getting sponsored from Tony Blair and other peoples from UK. And they were pushing him to become more valuable in that political party so that he will become a leader. And they have an agreement. He have an agreement with Tony Blair and other peoples from UK. That's why today, Gambians, you are suffering, you are crying. Now today you will believe me that your president was not asking you, Gambians, to give him power because he want to make that country better. No, he was asking for it because there are people who were pushing him to be in the power because they have an agreement. And this is the fact. And as you all can see right now, Gambians are doing their little bit of businesses. You know, people who have their businesses or their shops around the road. You know, a president who cannot remove hunger from the country. A president who cannot make Gambian hospitals to become hospitals. To remove them from bongos to hospitals. Because Gambian hospitals right now are bongos. When you check, Gambians living in Gambia are in a critical situation right now because the living cost in Gambia is going higher and higher every day. How they should survive. What is causing that? But Gambians, what all they are waiting for is that, yes, nobody should speak. Yes, man. Nobody should speak against the president. I think, if I may say it, we have a problem somewhere. There are peoples who Gambians believe that those are the peoples who they should look up to. Gambians just want to be known everywhere, but their own problems will not be solved. This is the problem of Gambia. As you can see, Gambians are known of strong peoples everywhere, even when they go out. Gambians are known of peoples who can settle their problems by themselves. Gambians are known of peoples who are very intelligent everywhere, wherever they go. But in their own country, Gambians are known of what? Complaining. But no solution will be found, neither to solve the problem. They have a president who is a puppet, Adam Barrow. He's a puppet, but nobody is talking about it. Yes, the most important people who should stand for Gambians are all being bribed by the president, either by giving them cash, or by giving them money, or by increasing their salaries to another level, or by increasing their ranks to another level. Those are the people who Gambians believe, those are the people who should stand for them in the government. The ministers in the Gambia, I talked about it last time, but I speak in Mandinka and I will say it in English. The ministers in the Gambia who we believe are surrounding the president should feel the Gambians, should feel the pain of their peoples. Those are the peoples who are using the people, when Gambian people pay taxes, they use the same taxes to sleep with Gambians children in the hotel. Most of the Gambian ministers, I have been having most of the Gambian ministers, their naked videos, their naked pictures. Ministers. And as such, I was calling most of them because I have their numbers. Any minister in Gambia that I have their naked picture or naked video, I used to have their numbers and I used to call them. But what do they tell me when I call them, the ministers in the Gambia who I have their naked videos and their naked pictures? When I call them on phone, sir, you are a minister. I have something against you and I don't want to put it in media. When I send them the video or the picture, the first question they ask me is, how much can I pay you for you to delete the video, for you not to post it on media? And most of the Gambian ministers who are listening to me, who knows that I have their pictures and I have been communicating with them, they know this, that I have never collected even single dollar from no one. The only thing I tell you is change your behavior, and the money you are using on these peoples, on girls in hotel, use the money and benefit your peoples and stop destroying and squandalizing the people's money. They put you as a minister because they believe that you people can do a good job. All these ministers who have their naked pictures and all the honorables in the Gambia, what do they tell me? The first question they ask me is, sir, okay, brother, how much can I pay you for you to delete that picture or that video? How much can I pay you for you not to post it on media? I will pay you. Because they all think like I am following them and finding their bad deeds because I need money from them. There is no minister in Gambia who will come out and say that I have their naked video and I ask money from them. I have never asked money from no one. The only thing I tell them is, I don't need your money. That money you want to bribe me, use it and build something in that country. The youths are in that country have no job opportunities. How many youths are graduating from schools? Now school becomes scam. How many youths graduate and they still have no job? How many youths who don't go to school, they don't have no job opportunity in Gambia? How many Gambian youths are leaving each and every year just because they want to go out and survive because there's no good job in Gambia? The food price is going high when you people are using each and every day $20,000, $50,000 in hotel just to sleep with one girl. How much of money are you people paying for girls to send their naked pictures to you? A full minister that will put you beside the government. Even the advisor to the Gambian president, his naked picture, I have it. The advisor to the Gambian president, I am telling you the fact, he knows. All of them knows. The advisor to the Gambian president, the person who should advise the president, no, sir, this is what we should do. This is what your country needs. The advisor to the Gambian president, his naked picture have been out. So what do you expect in that government? If all the ministers, their naked pictures and their naked videos are going out in Gambian government, even the person who is the advisor to the president, his naked picture is out because he was sending his naked picture to girls around. And to ask girls to send their naked videos so that he will pay them money. Even some girls who are living in other places, very far from Gambia, was asking them to send them money and for those girls to send their naked pictures. Or for him to do video call with girls and go naked. The advisor to the Gambian president have gone naked. We have all seen the video. Most of you Gambians have not known nothing about it, but I lay my hand on the video, where the advisor to the Gambian president have been making a video call with a girl, nakedly, an old man who have wife and children at home. We put him as a advisor to the Gambian president. And this is a shameful thing in Gambia, that when people talk about it, you see the same Gambians will come out and tell me that, brother, you are speaking, the way you speak to the president is not nice. You have to respect the president. I think they forget one of my video when I say that I have no respect for any African leader who is a puppet and who is not ready to develop his own country. I have no respect for those kind of leaders in Africa. I can insult you to anywhere I like. I can disrespect you since you have no respect for Africa. Any African leader who have no respect for Africa, I have no respect for you. And I will, when I'm speaking to that about that leader, I will not speak with respect. A leader who respects himself will do the right thing. A leader who wants respect will do the right thing. Most of the Gambians, when I made those videos before this Ramadan about the Gambian president speaking the truth, the fact about the government of Gambia, who become my enemy, most of the Gambians, were complaining, brother, you know, the way you speak to the president, you have to put a little bit respect. What respect do you need from me if this thing is happening in the government? If your food price is going high in Gambia, and what all your president can do is, I want to expand the road. Before expanding the road of the Gambia, I think the food price and the security of that country and the healthcare sectors of that country should be taken care of. These three things must be taken care of in every country. So your president have abandoned your healthcare system. He doesn't care about it because his children are living in America, going to best hospitals in America, having a best life in America. That's why he don't care. All his ministers, when their children or their wives fall sick, they took them outside. When you Gambians, when your parents fall sick, you take them to those bongos that you call hospitals. Where when rain fall, the rain fall inside the hospitals, on sick people on their sick bed. We don't even have bed, sick bed in Gambian hospitals. Your president abandoned that. Each and every week, you are seeing your fellow Gambians murdering each other. You are seeing the police saying that we found dead body here, we found dead body here, we found dead body there. That is the security of the country is not capable. Now, Gambia, gun is just a chicken. Gun is everywhere. Yes, we are heading to a place where we don't know, but I know where you people are heading to, Gambia. Yes, you will be worse than Nigeria. Nigeria, not long ago, a bandit, a group, a terrorist group that was sponsored by the West have kidnapped the full school. A full school, the children have been missing. A full school have been kidnapped and still nobody know where they are. Because Nigeria also have a leader who is a puppet, who they call the ECOWAS chairman. A fool. An old fool ruling Nigeria. Like the same old fool that you Gambians have. But when I said this mostly, they said you don't have respect for this leader. You have to speak with respect. You don't understand one thing. One thing is, a leader must be a leader if you want respect. A leader who wants respect will always do the right thing for his people because he wants respect from his peoples. But a leader who is doing rubbish to his peoples, that leader cannot tell me that he wants respect from his peoples. you will get disrespected. Nobody will respect you in your own country. Nobody will fear you. Nobody will care about you because you become the enemy of the country. If you become a leader in your country and you fail to stand where you're supposed to stand as a great leader, then you don't deserve any respect from your citizens, and they should not fear you, and they should not care about you. In Gambia today, we have youths, because there is no job opportunity in the Gambia. So many youths have opened their little shops around the road to do their little businesses. They were not selling drugs. They were not kidnappers. They were not robbing people. They opened their own hard-earned money to open their shops around the road. We have mothers, parents, our parents in the Gambia. Your parents in the Gambia have opened their businesses, have opened their markets somewhere to be selling so that they can survive, since the president of Gambia doesn't care about the Gambian peoples. The parents have gathered and wake up to sell their garden things, whatever they work from the garden. Now what the president is doing, since the president see that nobody is asking him for bribe, nobody is asking him for money, Gambian people are not begging him for money, he have to make Gambian people to suffer to the extent that they will keep on begging him for money. Yes, and this is the plan of your Gambian president. Because when you all Gambians are doing well, your president will not be able to bribe you to vote for him. So he wants you to live in sufferation, so that tomorrow, when it is time for vote, he will be able to bribe you for you to sell all your 5 years for only 1 day survive. He started destroying the businesses of the young youth in the Gambia. And tomorrow when the youth started robbing, they will say the youth don't want to work. You will see the foolish parliament members, the foolish ministers will come out and say the youth of this country are useless. But today the youths are doing well, opening their own businesses. Some of the youths have opened their own businesses and still employ their fellow youths in the businesses. Today they are destroying those businesses around the road and say that they are expanding the road. And your people are hungry, you say you are expanding the road. Who asks you to expand the road when your peoples are hungry? Who asks you to expand the road when the healthcare sectors of your country is destroyed? Who asks you to expand the road when the people you are expanding the road for, they are dying one by one each and every day? Are you expanding the road for animals? Goat, cows, and donkeys, and horses? And still, that foolish president of Gambia is still sitting comfortably like nothing happened. When Gambians are crying all over. From east, west, north, south of Gambia, everybody is crying. Yes. No Gambian should tell me that, yes, you know, this president is doing good. If I ask any Gambian who tell me that this president is doing good, if I ask them what this president is doing good, what do you mean? The only thing they can tell me that the president is making road. But they are hungry. That same person who is telling me that the president is doing good, that same person is hungry. That same person is jobless in the Gambia. You know, sometimes I don't blame the Gambian president, I blame we Gambians. Because we are the problem. Yes, when I went to Gambia, I started asking people, what is this president doing? He is not doing nothing for this country. Most of them are complaining, yeah, the president is doing good. When I ask them, why do you say that the president is doing good? The only thing they can tell me about the president is making road. You don't see this good road? That is the only thing that they can tell me. Nobody can tell me that the president has built hospital there. Nobody can tell me that the president has secured this country. Nobody can tell me that now fuel price is down or price of bag of rice is now reduced. The president is not working on these three things that are the most important thing in every country. Today, the West will not talk about Gambian president. Yes, in the beginning, we see Tony Blair, we see the Westerners, the puppets, the crazy peoples who they call Westerners, UK prime ministers. We see them conniving with the Gambian president yesterday. All the European Union, none of them. Who will talk about how Gambian situation is today? None of them will talk about it because that's what they want for all African countries to be suffering. To see African leader, to see a leader in Africa who can make his own people to cry each and every day. That's what they want to see. If they see any leader who is making his people to smile each and every day, they will call that leader a bad leader. European Union will stand up and say that that leader is a bad leader. That's what they did to all your good leaders. Mohammed Gaddafi, go to Yahya Jammeh, go to all other Thomas Sankara, go to all other good leaders in Africa. The European Union will say that those leaders are bad leaders because they are putting smile on their people's faces. If you become a good leader in Africa and you started putting smile on your people's faces, then be ready to have a war with Westerners. Yes, because they will not like you. How come you will hate me for putting smile on my people's faces? So all African leaders are now afraid to do good for their peoples because they believe in this, that. They know this, that. After doing good for your peoples, then you become an enemy for the West. Then you go in war with the West. So all of them are afraid to do good for their peoples. All these leaders you are seeing. You will see leaders talking good, but they cannot do the good thing that they are saying always. This is what I say about the Kenyan president, Ruto. When he was also sounding good, but he will not be able to do it because he knew what is the consequence of putting smile on Kenyan people's faces. He will become an enemy to the West, and the West will hate him. So all these leaders don't want to go in war with the West, but they are ready to go in war with their own peoples. They don't want the West to suffer because they believe that after putting smile on their people's faces, the West will not consider them as good leaders anymore. But after making their peoples to cry, the West will consider them as good leaders. Any leader, the Westerners people shout and say that this African leader is a good leader, that means that leader is bad for his own people, but good to West. We need to think smartly. We need to be smart and know the gem of the West. This is the gem of the West. Today, the Westerners are shouting about the Gambian president that he is a very good president. If you go to China, China will tell you that Gambian president is a good president. If you come to Europe, European Union will tell you that Gambian president is a good president because he is making his own people to cry. When he is putting a smile on Gambian people's faces, they will call him a bad leader. And that fool in Gambia who call himself a president is not understanding the gem. He is afraid to put smile on Gambian people's faces because he will not get money to borrow from America or Europe. Because that's what he do every year to come to European Union to borrow them for money. Today they are deporting Gambians from Germany, from all over Europe to Gambia because that fool in Gambia who call himself a president have signed already what have to be signed. And they have to deport. But we have German citizens in Gambia who are enjoying the weather of Gambia. This is what I said, and I don't hide it. I live in Europe and I say this to every European. That when I am president of Gambia, all European citizens in Gambia will go to prison. For not having my country document, you will go to prison. I swear. It's due to the foolishness of African leaders. That's why today black people are suffering in Europe. If not, my peoples will not suffer. When you make my people suffer, then your people in my country are going to face the consequence. Do you know these people, when you lock up their one person and they lock up 10 black men, they will leave the 10 black men for the one white man who you lock up. That one black man, for them, that one white man you lock up in Africa is more important than millions of black peoples. This is what most of the African leaders are not understanding. We are facing a critical condition in Gambia. And even this month,
35 Gambians were deported again. Next month, another Gambians will be deported again. Now every month, Gambians will be deported. Why? Because German have already signed a contract with the Gambian president, a deportation contract that will continue. No one knows when it will stop. When I talk to Gambians, most of them disrespected me. Most of them insult me. But that is not my problem. The only problem is you are fighting yourself, not me. Because as for me, I live my life. And I'm still moving on with my life. I'm maintaining my life. So fighting for you, you fighting me, but you are not fighting me, you are fighting yourself. Let's not even talk about it, because it's useless for me to talk about those who against me, thinking like they are against me. You are not against me, you are against your own prosperity. You are against your own development. Because what all I cry for is Gambians' development, Africans' development, Africans' freedom. That's all I cry about. I don't cry about my own freedom. I don't need freedom. Do you think I am free? Anybody. Why you don't have Pan-Africans in Europe? Why you don't have many people to become Pan-Africans in Europe? Because you become an enemy to white peoples. And you will never have peace. You will never have freedom. If you decide you live in Europe here or in America, you decide, I don't know about America, but in Europe here, you decide that you will become an Pan-African by fighting for Africa, defending Africans, then I tell you, you will know no peace. If you are not ready to leave your freedom away, then you can never become a freedom fighter in Europe here. Because number one, they will do or by all means to put allegations on you so that they will be able to lock you up or send you back to Africa. Number two, they will put trap in everywhere you step in. They will put trap there. That's why I tell you mostly I don't need freedom. Because if it is for freedom, I don't have it. Tell me, which freedom do I have? I know what I am passing through, but I don't care about it. Do you know how many problems I have because I choose to be like this? Just because I am standing for Africa. They want to make Europe too tight for me. This is why it's not easy. Yes, this is why when I see my fellow Africans also against me, sometimes I feel like, what the hell is this? Yes. You think I'm living in Europe, I live in peace? You think I'm living in Europe, I'm living happily? No, I am not happy. No. My brothers and sisters, I am not happy. And I am not living in peace. And I have no freedom in Europe. I swear. You will not understand when I tell you I have no freedom. Rico Zonsiki. Yes, I'm on TikTok. I have no freedom. My brothers. When I tell you I have no freedom, you will not understand. But I only and God understand. I have no freedom. Because a freedom is you are free and you know that nobody is following you, just nobody is tracking you or nobody is targeting you. But when all eyes on you and all targets on you and what all they plan you know is just to find little fault on you, then you even don't have freedom to move because you are afraid to move far, not to make mistake. Because you know that there are people around all over you finding a little fault on you. And when they find little fault, that is not even a problem. For you, it will become a problem because you are on target. People who knows me knows that I don't travel in Europe. Why? Not that I don't love to travel. No, I love to travel. To go everywhere I want. Nobody sees me not to travel. I seize it by myself because I knew. Nobody will tell me you cannot travel. They will not tell me. But there are traps on the way shows me that I need to cease my traveling. All because I stand for Africa. All because I against European Union and I will against them tomorrow and I will against them next tomorrow. Because European Union, I call them terrorist union, and that's what they are. I told them, if they don't like what I'm saying about them, Europe belongs to them, they should arrest me. And took me to court, and I will prove why I call them a terrorist union. But they know what I'm saying is the fact. They will not come after me because the video I made, because they attempt it 2-3 times. They have not successful to put crime on top of my head that I didn't commit. Now the only thing they will do is to wait for this man to commit little big mistake and we will get him. That's all what they are waiting for right now. Yes. But I thank God who created all mankind. Protect me and guide me not to make those mistakes. Till today. But I tell you, till today, all their eyes is on me. Either I know it or I don't know it or it's not like they will come and keep on following me. No. That is Africa, they will keep on following you. In Europe, they don't follow you. Yes, they sit in one place and watch you. Whatever you do, they are watching you. Wherever you move, they are watching you. The mistake that others will do and go free, when you did it, that's the time you will know that they are following me. I'm on target. That's why mostly I tell people I don't have freedom. It's not like I don't want to have freedom. I want to be free like every other African who is living in Europe. But the moment you decide you are living in Europe, you decide to fight for Africa, then Europe becomes too tight for you. If I don't go walk, my peoples, if I don't tell you people this today, you will never, nobody realize this about my life. If I don't go walk, I can sit in my house like this. In my house, kitchen, toilet. For 1 week, full 1 week, I can be sitting at home like this. From room, I will go to toilet. From toilet, kitchen. These are the places I can go. For 1 week, I will be like that. I will not even step down. Is that a freedom? Not like somebody sees me not to go down, no. But when you know who you are, and when you know what you stand for, you need to be careful. That's why. That's why you will not have many peoples. I am 100% so. You will not have anybody who will be in Europe and tell Europeans who they are. Because the person cannot take what I take. I am telling you the fact. Who will try it, the person will know what I am passing through. Immediately the person started fighting for Africa, started telling Europeans who they are. The person will realize what MAICA was saying he was passing through, and this is what he was passing through. Because they don't want to see anybody who will tell Africans where to stand. They don't want to see anybody who came to Europe and already know them and already know who they are. And at the second time, you go to media to tell your Africans who they are. They hate it. They don't want Africans never to know who they are. When European Union planned to destroy black people, black migrants in Tunis, no one knows it. All your African leaders are aware of it, but none of them talk about it. But all of them know that whatever separation that our black people were passing through in Tunis is all caused by European Union. But European Union come back and sit like nothing happened, like they don't know nothing. Black people were dying in Tunis. Black people were suffering in Tunis. All those rubbish that Tunis government were doing to black people in Tunis, it was an order from European Union. Who talk about it? Where is the so-called human rights law? That when they went to Africans to accept LGBTQ, they tell Africans that if you don't accept LGBTQ, that means you are against human rights. But European Union wake up here and go to Tunis to pay Tunis for 1 billion, in 1 billion euro, just to destroy black people in Tunis. And Tunis did it. And the so-called European, the so-called human rights organization, the terrorist organization, that they call human rights organization, we are keeping quiet. None of them were talking. Why don't they tell European Union that what you did in Tunis, you are against human rights law? Because it's against human rights law what European Union did in Tunis. What European Union did in Libya is against human rights law. What European Union is doing in Congo today is against human rights law. Who tell them? Who tell them something? What UK, the British are doing in Nigeria today is against human rights. Where is the so-called human rights, the terrorist organization that they call human rights organization? Where is the so-called African Union? Where is the so-called ECOWAS in Africa? The only thing they could do is to defend white peoples. They couldn't, if they cannot even defend their own peoples. Your so-called African Union, where are they? Your so-called African Union, that you think that African Union is there to defend Africans. No. If you are an African, remove it from your brain today. If you are thinking like African Union means they are there to stand for Africa. No. Then you are making a very big mistake. African Union is there to make sure that whatever Europeans want in Africa, they get it. Your so-called ECOWAS soldiers are there to defend any leader who is ready to become a slave to the West. Your so-called ECOWAS soldiers will defend that leader. Any leader who is not ready to comply or become a slave to the West, the so-called ECOWAS soldiers will start to against you. I swear, if I'm a president in Africa, I would like to go in war with ECOWAS soldiers. And I will finish them, and there will be no ECOWAS in Africa anymore. I swear, if I'm a president in Africa, in any country, that country, there will be no white man who will come to my country without my country document. Since Africans can't fly and came to Europe with their African passport, why will and Westerners will fly and go to Africa with Western passport? And you don't have my country document. Are you mad? This is what they don't like to hear from me. When today, German is deporting Nigerians, the same German is deporting Gambians, the same German is deporting Ghanaians, the same German is deporting Sierra Leoneans, the same German is deporting Cameroonians. Nothing is done about it. And German citizens are all over. If you go to Nigeria, you meet German citizens. You go to Ghana, you meet German citizens. You go to Gambia, you meet German citizens. You go to Sierra Leone, you meet German citizens. If not the foolishness of our leaders, can this happen? You are deporting my people that you don't need them in your country and your people are in my country. Are you mad? But because they knew the kind of leaders those countries have, they already knew, those leaders in those countries, Nigeria, Ghana, Gambia, they knew the leaders they have are all slaves, are all fools. Bola Tinubu, Akufo-Addo, Gambian President Adama Barrow, they are all fools. If they knew that there is a leader who is not ready to comply with them, they will never deport your citizens. I swear. Do you know why? They said nobody should question God, but sometimes I question God. And I beg God at the same time. I want to be an example in Africa. A very dangerous example, I swear to God. This is not like you just talk. But if I have the chance, I want to rule Gambia. I swear. And if I rule that country, I swear my first attempt is every white man in my country or white woman will go in camp. You will never be able to fly back to your country because I don't have my country document. To let Europeans feel the pain that they are putting on black peoples in Europe. To let them feel the same feeling that they give black peoples. Africa is the only place where everybody can jump into without any African document. But Africans are the only people that cannot come to the West without a Western document. Because Chinese are coming to Europe without European document. Americans are coming to Europe without European document. It's only Africans. Black Africans. Moroccans are coming to Europe without European document, and they are keeping them safe. They are settled in Europe. Tunisians are coming to Europe without European document, and they are safe and sound. It's only you black Africans who they don't want you to come. Before you black Africans will migrate and come to Europe, in 1850, Europeans were the people who migrate and go to Africa. Who talk about that? When they are saying, hey, migration, we don't need migrants. If any European is talking this, I see them as fools. Go and ask your grandfathers, Europeans. In 1850s, you, the Europeans, have migrated through boat the same way Africans are migrating today. The same way, in 1850s, the same way Africans are migrating through boat today, and a lot of them are sinking in this sea. The same way a lot of the Europeans sink in the sea just to travel to Africa to seek for our help. In 1850. If you don't believe me, ask questions. But today, those are same Europeans who are treating Africans like animals. When they migrate in 1850s, go to Africa, nobody asks them for document. Nobody keep them like migrants. Because Africans have a mentality where I want all Africans to drop that mentality. What is that mentality? Africans have a mentality that white man should be treated good. But when you go to that white man country, they treat you like animal. Africans, this is what I tell you. The same way when you go to white peoples or Europeans, the same way they treat you. When they came to Africa, treat them the same way. Stop celebrating because you see a white man in Africa. Stop jubilating because white man came to Africa. They are nobody. They are fools and animals who see you as animals. When you came to them. And when they go to Africa, they make themselves like, why are they going to Africa? Do you know? It's only we Africans who are coming here just to work and hustle and make money and go back home. But for them, they don't go to Africa to make money. No, they went to Africa for a mission. How to destroy you Africans. That's the only thing they go to Africa. Any white man you see in Africa, as an African black man, see them as your enemy because they are your enemies. Any white man or white woman you see in Africa, they are your enemies because they came there for a mission. They don't travel all the way from Europe to Africa for no reason or just to go and see how Africa is. No, they are there for a mission. See them as your enemy because there are peoples who will kill you if you don't take time. How do they transfer HIV and AIDS sickness to Africa? The same way. So the moment you people stop seeing them as lovely peoples, you stop seeing white people as your friends, you will be safe Africa. The moment you Africans started to see them as your enemies, you will be safe. The moment you Africans started to run away from white peoples when you see them in Africa, see them as your enemies, suspect them, never believe them, you will be safe. Because that's what they did to us here, in Europe here. They told their peoples that we are criminal. They make their peoples to feel afraid of black peoples. Their people run away from black peoples. Yes, because they want their people to be safe. And they have to tell their peoples that black peoples are your enemies. But for them, when they go to Africa, we started celebrating, hey, white man. We started celebrating them. We treat them good. Africans, black people, stop treating other people's good when every other person in this world, every other race in this world see you as a black monkey. It's only you black Africans who feel peoples. Anybody who came to you, you see them as friends, as family. Come on, stop loving peoples. Love yourself. It has been a long time when you black Africans have been loving others. You don't love yourself. You don't care about yourself. It's only black peoples who have that mentality to love others more than themselves. But if you came to Europe, they don't love themselves more than us. No, before they will render help to black migrants, they render help to their people first. Even the so-called European Union, that I call terrorist union, When European Union send money to Italy or Germany to give to migrants, before they will give that money to black migrants, they took them half of the money and benefit their peoples first. Then the rest of the remaining money, little money that remain, they will give to black migrants. Yes, that's why all of them, they are developing today. All countries, all European countries that accept migrants, they are developing today. Because before, any money that came out from European Union to give to migrants, before that money will go to migrants, they took the quota, half and quarter of that money to develop their countries or help their poor peoples before helping black migrants. I swear. Africa. Afia Bia, thank you so much. Afia, thank you so much for the love. God bless you. God bless you. I have been a good, great fans. And God bless you. So when we don't start to wake up, black people living in Europe, we all know what we are passing through. We all know what we are passing through. But who is there to defend black peoples? Tell me, there is nobody. Anybody who came, you know, one thing we need to realize is, if anybody we believe that person will be a great person for us, that person will stand for us, let's support the person. Africans, the only problem we have is hating each other. We hate each other so much. You can see black Africans, they can know that, okay, this person there can be our savior. They knew, and they will know that this person there will be our savior. But these same black people will be the one to destroy the person who they already know that that person is their savior. They will destroy the person by themselves. Due to the hatred they have for each other. Black peoples, we hate each other so much. But we couldn't hate our enemies. My mentality, I will not force anybody to believe like the way I believe or to have a mentality that I have. I can only explain to you. I changed my mentality because I realized that I hate myself and I hate my fellow black Africans. So why am I loving the enemies of Africa? Then I start to hate the enemies of Africa, to love myself and love my fellow black peoples. This is why I don't hate no black man. I don't have hatred, even single hatred for no black man. Even black people who insult me, fight against me in media. I see them still, I still have the same love I have for every black man. Because I know they don't know what they are doing. Yes, but I know what I am doing. So I should not be the same foolish like them. The love between the black race should increase. The hatred among black people should decrease. Black peoples, nobody love you. Realize this. Nobody love you black people. So when you people started to hate each other, continue to fight against each other each and every day. Today in Africa, who kill who? Black people are killing black peoples. Black people are fighting against black peoples. Why? Why do you allow the Western peoples to put a mentality in your head to start fighting against each other? Start fighting against, a brother is fighting against brother. Today, all the terrorist group in Africa, those terrorist groups that were created by European Union and Americans and British, those terrorists are our fellow Africans, black Africans, who they use them and create them as terrorist group to fight, to kill their own peoples in Africa. That's because there is no enough love between black peoples. Can you come to Europe here and turn European citizens to become terrorists in Europe or to start killing their own peoples? It can never happen. Can you go to America and use American peoples as terrorists and create a terrorist group by using American citizens to go and kill their own people? It can never happen. Can you ever use British to become terrorists in their own country and start killing their own peoples? It can never happen. Then why are they using you Africans? The only time that Westerners will supply Africa with weapons when they create terrorist group in Africa, they supply them with weapons. The weapons that terrorist group in Africa have, and even African militaries don't have those weapons. Nganeme, Imeka, thank you so much. Imeka John Don, thank you so much. God bless you. Today, if you go to all African countries that are having terrorist groups, the weapons that terrorists are having, even the militaries of that country is not having. They are not having. Who supplied those terrorists with weapons? I told you before that in Congo here, we are having terrorist group that was created by European Union. No need to hide it. There is no need to say, my brother, be careful of the word that you say in media. That is the fact about European Union. They create the terrorist group in Congo. And they supply them with weapons because one of their drones fall down where we found out that there are weapons inside that drone. Why is European Union sending their drone to Congo with weapons? Where? Why? When Ukraine have war here, European Union cannot send them weapon. But now in Congo, they are sending terrorists a weapon to keep on killing innocent people. And everybody is afraid to talk to them, to say that the European Union is the cause of conflict that is happening in Congo today. The conflict that is coming between Uganda and Rwanda, I'm sure even most of the Rwandans and Ugandans are not understanding the conflict that is coming between them. Your militaries will go into war if they are not careful. Yes, there is Americans who are trying to put them together to fight. The same thing what they did in Sudan, in South Sudan, I think. The same thing they did there. That's what they want to do between Rwanda and Uganda. And you know, the most painful part is we Africans, we are not thinking. Look at how many black Africans are living in Europe. Tell me, for once, have we ever successfully put Europeans together to fight against each other? It can never happen. Europeans don't love each other. Europeans hate each other, but when it came to Africa, they came together to destroy Africa. So Africans, this is why I am teaching you, that for you to know that no matter how we hate each other as Africans, when it came to our enemies, Westerners, we need to unite and come together as one and conquer them. Hey, there is no friendship between Africa and West. There is no family. If anybody tell you that MAICA is talking in out of arrogance, he is ignorant, he is this, they don't know what I am saying. And they will not understand. I swear. They will never understand. Yes, those are people who believe that, yeah, there are some white people who love black people, not all of them are bad. They don't understand. There is no white man in this planet who loves black man. Yes. You know why some people attack me and say that, hey, not all white people are wicked, some people are good? You know why? Because maybe they are in Europe here, and they have a white friend, or they work with some white man who always smile with them, who always use them. Huh? You know, who always use them and smile with them, but they don't understand. A white man can only smile to a black man, or can only become lovely to a black man when he is using that black man, or when he needs something from that black man. Today they are smiling with us in Europe here because they knew that we have energy. They are using us to become rich. They are using our energy. Come on. Every black man in Europe here, how are you working? You are working like an animal and you are getting low salary. And the government is in support of it because they want to use black people to develop themselves still more and more. That's why they are very lovely to you peoples, my guys. So guys, please, I thank you for being with me here. May God bless you all. May God save us all. Yes. Those who believe in PANDI, I thank you so much. Without your belief, I'm not going to get to this level. Your belief makes me to go far and far. And I will still go far and far. Those who believe what PANDI is doing is the right thing. Thank you for having a belief in me. And I have a belief in all of you. That we can do it. And we can free ourselves one day. No matter how long it takes. No matter how sacrifice we will do. We will sacrifice and see that our people are free. Our next generation, our children's generation will not be like our generation. That is not our portion. And we will make sure that Africans have their own mentality thinking. We are seeing already the changes in Africa. And it is very good. since Africans are now started creating. Look at Burkina. They have already started building their own nuclear power plant. You know, without the revolution, that cannot happen. Burkina have the materials, have the resources to build up their own nuclear power plant, but there was no good leader. They were selling all those resources to white people, and white people are always building their nuclear power plant. It's like Africa cannot build it. But Burkina is an example to show you that all African countries can even build up. What Burkina is building can supply a current. When Burkina finishes building that one, can supply a current to 11 countries. Yes. What the nuclear power plant that Burkina is building today, when they finish it, it can supply a power current to 11 countries. Not only Burkina. So is that not a development? What brought that to Burkina Faso today? The revolution, revelation. Without it, we cannot know what we have. So I pray, may all African countries be like Burkina. And we will keep on doing this. We will keep on revealing till we see the resources. We are already seeing the resources, but it's not enough. We will still speak and still change our people mentalities to love themselves, to believe in themselves. I swear we are seeing resources. By the time I was starting this journey, I have not seen more resources like this. Come on, I have not seen anything in Africa. But today I'm proud of Africa, because there are so many things now. Africans are doing it by themselves. Africans are now manufacturing by themselves. So we are seeing resources. We will not say that, no, since we started this work, nothing is coming out of it. No, there are things coming out of it. You know, before you will give a man 1 billion or 1 million euro, teach the man how that 1 million euro is being made. And he can be able to make more than that. So that is brain, the mentality. Changing a man's mentality to be himself, him or herself, is the most important thing. And that's what we are doing. To speak and change people's mind to be with themselves and believe in themselves. Without that belief, we cannot do nothing. A man who don't believe in himself, even if you give him billions of billions, he cannot make it. But a man who you change his mentality to believe in himself, change his mentality to love himself, change his mentality to realize so many things in the world, even if you give him just 100 euro, he will be able to manufacture it or multiply it to billions. Because his brain is already working now perfectly. And that's what we are doing. May God bless us all. You all Africans who have been with me, may God bless you all. May God save us all. May God protect us anywhere we are. May God give us good health and long life and prosperity. May God never end our life shamefully. Whatever our enemies plan against us shall never prosper. Shall go back to sender. May God protect us and save us and guide us. God bless you all for being with me. Thank you so much, Africans. I salute you all. And happy Ramadan to all my Muslim fans. I salute you all. Thank you guys for being with me. May God bless you all.